everybody. Good morning. Seeing some new faces in here that we haven't seen on the Zoom call. So thank you all for coming in today. This is kind of a big one. This is probably the most important thing we do for growing your business. What is it that sets you apart? Why should I use Romina instead of any other realtor? Why should I choose her? What is it that sets her apart from any other realtor? What does she use to attract clients? What does she do? How does she take care of her clients when she has them? What does she do better than George does, or Lisa, or anyone else? Why should I choose Romina? And that's what you guys have to figure out, not for Romina, for yourselves. Why you should choose you instead of the millions of other realtors that they could. And I'm not really exaggerating with realtors. I want to show you guys something real quick about why we're doing what we're doing today. Let me screen share here real quick. And I'd like you to see this. Are you guys seeing this agents and brokers per 1,000 residents? What do you guys think about this? What state kind of stands out to you in that there's an extra digit in their percentage? Anybody notice that? This number, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but this number right here, 13.6. That means if you go to your local high school football game this Friday night and you see that there's 2,000 people there, do you guys want to do the math on how many realtors are in that crowd? Do you guys... You know, anytime you get 100 people together, 14 of them are going to be licensed real estate agents. There are, and these are just real estate agents, but there are 225,000 realtors in the Florida Association of Realtors. That's not people with license. Those are people out there trying to go for the same business that you're going for. 225,000 in the state of Florida. Almost 10% of those in Orlando, a little bit more in Hillsborough. So you Orlando and Tampa people are really fighting a lot of other agents. So what are you doing to stand out? And I'd love to hear from you guys right now. I'm going to shut this down and make my point about how many agents there are. Isn't that ridiculous? Look at the 7.6. It's almost double California as far as percentage-wise, which is crazy. Let me go stop that. I'd love to see your beautiful faces and see what you guys have to say about what you're doing to stand out. Anybody want to share what they're doing? Lisa Sager put in the chat, she gives extra time with some clients for repeat business, doesn't overextend schedules, meaning she does what she says she's going to do, and because she doesn't make it where she can't possibly, she doesn't overpromise and underdeliver. And those are all great things. I am kind of looking at this from a marketing standpoint, and Lisa, that's great because repeat business is the most important thing that you can do. It's the most efficient thing you can do to be successful. But let's talk about how you actually attract clients at the beginning, and then we'll get into some of that other stuff. What are you doing to attract clients? What is it that stands out about you? And go ahead, whoever. Lisa. Okay, thought somebody was trying to talk. But somebody answer my question, please.
Ryan, can you hear me?
I can, George, yes.
As you know, I've got a unique business model, and that's probably why I'm not much value to 99% of the people on this call. But the things that I do to stand out is I'm a broker, so I use my education as a differentiator. I have a lot of credentials. In other words, until I got to Florida, I usually tried to add at least one credential between licensing cycles. And I also use the networks that are out there as my military relocation professional. Being a veteran myself, I will attract business that way. And because I work with investors, I belong to investor groups and know the numbers really well. So my business is unique, so it's not used, generically, I can't teach you a lot, but if you follow that dream in whatever segment you're in, you will you'll do better, because when people look at my website and like, you got a lot of credentials, you've done a lot of stuff. And so I use that as a differentiator. Most of my business is still referral, though.
George,
yeah,
you have helped everyone more than what you possibly even know, because what you just told everyone is perfect. Okay, first of all, there's a couple different styles of sales, and you need to figure out what you are. Don't try to be something that you're not. And people like George and even myself to a lesser extent, who have lots of experience, lots of credentials, lots of certain things that they know very well. There are two different kind of styles. Okay, George and I, particularly me, because I'm a little rougher looking, cannot get away with the best friend act that a lot of you that you see a lot on Facebook and this and that. Oh my gosh, my new clients, Christy and Bobby, they have the most beautiful little puppy. Look at this, blah, 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 blah. I love your hair. All this stuff that people do, right? That's the best friend model. And then there's the expert model. George is the dad that you take to buy your first car. You take to the dealership to buy your first car. And that's a realtor style, right? So there's a best friend and then there's an expert. And George is taking the expert route because that's what he has. And he probably can't pull off the, oh my gosh, Romina, your hair looks so cute today, blah, 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 right? He's not going to pull that off. I can't pull that off. We're going to take the expert route to this. And don't get caught in the middle trying. If you're the expert, don't try to be the best friend. And if you're the best friend, you can be an expert. You can be as bubbly and sweet as you want and know exactly what you're doing. And there's a lot of you out there who do that. And that's awesome. But don't come off that way if that's not your sales style. I don't know if that's easy to explain or not, but if that gets across, but don't come off that way if that's not your sales style. You're going to be an expert. You're going to make sure they get the best deal, but don't try to come off that way if that's not your style. Okay. And if you are the expert, don't try to come off as the best friend if that's not your style. It reeks of desperation. Okay. So that's one thing. The second thing is George tries to improve himself all of the time. I love that for you guys. And that's why I would tell you guys during COVID when things weren't busy and stuff, go get these short sale and foreclosure SFR designation. Go get all of these little designations, the gold key thing that you can do in 3 hours. Go get all these little things that you can put next to your name to come off as, even though they don't know it was a 3-hour class that cost you $10. It just is another couple of initials next to your name, right? So go do these things. Go improve yourself, improve your value to your clients. The people who make it in this world financially are the people who make the most money are people who add the most value, right? By rule, there are some exceptions, but it's typically the people who add the most value to other people's lives. Even the Kardashians add a lot of value to people's lives by entertaining them with their nonsense, right? You're adding something to someone's life. It doesn't have to be textbook, but you're adding something to someone's life. And that is what you do is we are the most undervalued people. People completely disrespect and completely don't see the value in realtors. And a lot of that is deserved by some folks. But you have got to be the best thing that you can be. So do not if you're on one side of the road, that's great. If you're on the other side of the road as an expert, that's great. Don't be in the middle of the road. You'll get squished. Okay. So people will see through your nonsense and your desperation. So be what you are. If that's your relationship with the people, then by gosh, be their best friend. If your relationship is your style is for like George to say, look, I know the numbers, I know this, I know that. I'm going to help you guide your investments and all this stuff. George, you're doing the same thing. It's just a different. You're just in a different pool. You're swimming in a different pool, but you're doing the same thing. So that's exactly right. So George's background and to use your military, and I love that, to use your military, there's something that sets George apart from me. There's something that sets George apart from Angie and Ida and everybody else, right? And that's what George has figured out. And that's what you guys need to figure out. What is it about you? You're from a different country. You're from whatever you are. You can use all of these things. You speak different languages. You do this, you do that. You know your area better than I do. Wherever part of Orlando or Tampa or Jacksonville you guys live in, you know it better than I do, right? Probably. So that's one thing. You know it better than anybody else in this call. Whatever area you're farming, you probably know better than anybody else in this call. Daryl, who's not here today, but he walks door to door around Williamsburg, which is a section of Orlando. I guarantee he knows Williamsburg better than I do. And I worked at SeaWorld for a summer when I was a kid. So, you know, you find it, this area, you find a farm, you know something better than anyone. And I have agents come to me and they feel like they don't have anything, right? They just, maybe they're new. I don't take brand new agents, but maybe they're new. And maybe they're just struggling, trying to figure out what is it? What is my why David? What is my why Ryan? Why would anybody work with me? And what I tell them is this, and you might be thinking, I don't have a lot of these things. Well, go get them. And here's how you go get them. First of all, you can always learn an area. You can always walk door to door in an area. You can always use the effort. But one thing I tell them is, today's Wednesday, but go out starting Monday and drive around. Let's say you live in the Lake Nona area. Go around to every neighborhood, every new build neighborhood around Lake Nona, St. Cloud, Kissimmee, wherever that you want to go, right? Go around whatever area you choose to farm. Go around to every new home builder and find out what lots they have available, what their prices are, what units they have available. These people will help you now, especially because they're getting a little bit more friendly too. But go meet Maria at Lennar, and go meet Ben at Pulte, and go meet Sam at Beezer, and go meet these people and become an expert in every new home in Kissimmee and St. Cloud, or every new home in Lake Nona, right? Become an expert in something. And you can do that. Start on Monday and go through Thursday. Take little videos. Guys, we're going to talk about social media today. Take little videos. Take videos of the subdivisions. Drive around in there and look at these lots. Look at these houses. This one's almost done. How beautiful. This is the whatever model, right? There's probably a little sign out front that says that. This one's sold already, but they've got these lots. Whatever it is, guys, just be yourself, and you don't have to put your face on the video. You can just do it. It doesn't matter. You can be in your try to dress nice and professionally, but you don't have to be dressed nice and have your makeup on or anything else. Okay, just take videos. And if you are ready to, it'd be even better if you can be on the video so that you're branding yourself. But take videos, do this stuff, and then when people want to go look at something, you come off as the expert in that. They don't know that you got your license 4 months ago and you've done one deal, right? Just you're coming off as the expert in this community. They don't know anybody that knows more about this community, right? So get yourself out there as the expert. Everything is relative. They say in teaching, you only have to be one page ahead of the kids, right? And so you guys just have to know more than everybody else knows, and that's easy to, not everybody else, just other people that they might be talking to, right? So get out there, and there's videos. This social media marketing makes you seem like an expert. Who would you call about new home builds in Lake Nona? Would you call me, or would you call Romina if she's been doing videos of new home builds in Lake Nona? Right? Who would know more? Romina. She can find out more in the next 10 minutes than I know about Lake Nona new homes. All right? So get out there and spend it. There's nothing between you and success but effort. That is the only thing holding you back. Time and effort. All right. So let's talk about this. Do you guys get, you should get emails from the Florida Association of Realtors. Do you guys get emails from them? Do you look at them? What did you see today? Somebody tell me what was the headline today without looking at your emails. I see you, Romina. You guys should have your I know, I saw you. I don't want to discourage people from having their cameras on, so I'm sorry I called you out. What was the headline? Anybody know? All right, go ahead and cheat. Look it up. Today's FAR email. I'll give you a hint. It's something that ought to be on your Facebook business page and shared to your personal page and put on your Instagram or whatever you kids use these days, you whippersnappers.
Oh, Ryan, I did get an email, but I just haven't had a chance to open it yet. The subject says claim your discount inside. Is that the one?
Okay, sorry. That might not be the right one. Hold on.
Well, let me go back. See if there's more.
I think there was another one.
Oh, 5 days left to register for the NAR investment?
No, I think we're talking about two different kind of emails.
Oh, okay.
Well, now I can't find it. I think I erased it. Anyway, it says Florida's the #1 retirement state. Did you guys see an email that said that this morning? Nobody else got this email this morning. Maybe I'm on a special list.
I got it, Ryan. I see it. It was at 7:14 a.m.
Yeah. So I get them every Wednesday morning before the meetings. Sometimes it inspires me to talk to you guys about something. And today's one of those days that inspired me to include this at the last minute. So, yeah, what do you guys think about that? And I read the articles. There's no rule against reading the article either. It's probably a pretty good idea. So I'm going off the top of my head because I can't find the email, but I remember it said a large part of the study was affordability, but Florida wasn't number one in affordability. A lot of it's the weather, the this, the that, and there were some things that they can't qualify, like how close you are to your kids and all that kind of stuff. But Florida was the number one state. It was not the most affordable. Michigan was more affordable. Ohio was more affordable, but Florida was the number one state for retirement. You think that's something maybe a realtor should share on a page?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. That's a good thing. Do you think that that you should share that to your personal page too, from your business page? Guys, what I'm getting at is content. Content is out there and readily available. And there was another thing. What was the, Inman. Do you guys get the Inman report emails? I am not a member of Inman. I don't know how I got signed up for it. Victoria, you should be. I don't think you have to subscribe to the list. You might have blocked it or something before. You should be in it as a realtor. I think I never signed up for it. So, but Inman, and I do not pay for Inman, so I can't read all the articles. But they send me an email every Wednesday also. I think more often than that, but it's always every Wednesday morning too. And they were doing rent versus buy, why it's a good time to buy, right? We talk about that stuff, and it's a funny subject for me because I know someone who has thought about buying but just doesn't think it's the right time because they don't believe that the values are going to hold. And I can't argue with everybody, but you guys need to have. We've talked about this almost every week. You guys need to have something to say, an elevator pitch, something to point out why it is a good time to buy. And I still believe that it is. I mean, don't do something that you think is a lie, but if you believe it's a good time to buy still, which I do, and I've given you guys the reasons why, and there are tons of reasons why, and you can look it up and find some articles and share them. But guys, use your social media. I am Facebook friends with a lot of you guys, and I don't see a whole lot of the marketing that I would love to see. Romina, I follow you on Instagram. Your Instagram marketing is phenomenal. Very good. Love your videos. Really good. And those of you guys who missed it, Romina's done a class for us on videos before, and she does a really good job. Romina, will you share your Instagram in the chat so people can follow you there? Some of you guys, Victoria, I've seen a lot of your stuff on Facebook. You're doing a great job too. I see your stuff. You guys, get your stuff out there. Jika, I see your stuff as well. I can't see your face right now. Well, I can see your face. It's just a picture. But you're doing your Facebook stuff is really good too. I like that. So guys, get your stuff out there. Get seen. Share. So those of you who don't know, start a business page on Facebook. Romina can share with you a little bit how she does it on Instagram if she doesn't mind here in a minute. I'll give you a second to get it together. Get a business page on Facebook. It's absolutely free. If you have a hard time, talk to Jari in our office. She's our marketing coordinator. You'll see her. She's on this chat right now. You can email her to get an appointment or to either by phone or in person. She will help you set up a free business page. If you're not familiar with how to do that, she'll help you set up your Instagram as well. And share things from your business page to your personal page. So what I would like to see is 3 to 4 business posts a week using things like Orlando is the top area for this, or Tampa is number 2 in that, and Florida's the top retirement state, and why should you rent versus buy, and blah, blah, or buy versus rent, right? And do all that stuff, put those on there. And then once or twice a week, a third to a half of those, I would like to see shared to your personal page. So it says, George Lumen shared from George Lumen Realtor page. Okay. So it says that way it reminds people who are just your friends, this is your circle. It reminds people that thank you, Jari, that George is a realtor. They think of George as just a great guy, a vet, a smart guy, a nice guy. My old neighbor, a guy I went to school with, whatever George is, now they remember he's a realtor too. They already like George. Now they know he's a realtor too, and that he knows what he's talking about. Guys, just sharing this stuff makes it look like you read it, first of all, and that you understand it, second of all, and that you're somewhat of an expert on it, third of all. These are all things that you don't say on there, but people right? You assume that. If I start sharing a bunch of Bitcoin articles and this and that, you guys would think, if I did that for long enough, you think, boy, Ryan's really into this crypto stuff. If I have a crypto question, I'm going to ask Ryan, right? Don't ask me, I've lost money. So but you assume people are whatever they're sharing and whatever they're interested in. And I don't care if you're sharing things on how to bake cookies, I would assume that you know how to bake cookies, right? So you need to do that. Romina does great videos. Romina, would you mind telling people a little bit about how you do it, how you decide to do it, how you decide when to post and how to post and what to post and all this stuff?
Well, I decided to do it. I started with my YouTube channel, but it takes way too long to do those videos. But I was getting a lot of people answering me things through YouTube. So I don't like to be on the camera, but I decided that that is the best way. So the reels are videos that are very short. And I noticed that people, are answering me or, question things that I normally do on the video. So I start doing videos. I first of all start with videos of properties because I didn't want it to be in the videos. So I bought it's like a gimbal, so my videos don't look shaky and you know how it is. So then I started with that, and then I decided to start making those short videos telling people things that I get questioned all the time on my Instagram. I get a lot of questions on Instagram of many things. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't know, I think you have to know what people like to see in your Instagram. And that's another thing. Sometimes if I post family things, for example, I see people are not interested. It's weird. All my followers are people that are interested in seeing properties. Most of my followers are outside United States, South America. So I notice what people like to see, and that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. Okay. It's weird.
Okay, so you're noticing what other people say. How many of you guys, and what I'm hearing, what I'm picturing is for some of you guys is like on the new builds, for example. I mean, or whether they're luxury homes or whatever there are, or even just basic homes. Do any of you guys like to walk through things and see things? Or it'd be a lot easier if somebody else did it for you and sent you the video, which is what Romina's doing, which is why people like it. Are any of you guys interested in what the inside of these model homes look like?
Yes.
That actually interests you?
Yes.
Okay. So there's two reasons you would do this. I'm not crazy about that. Like I guess I could go look at a model home today if I wanted to, but I don't because I don't care that much, I guess. But if you were going to if Romina's going to put a video on, I'll watch it, right? But if you guys love this, then what are you doing? Get out and do it. Go through these model homes and go through the model homes and take videos. Go through these neighborhoods and take videos. Go do all this stuff, because Romina doing the things that she does, and Romina does it in Spanish, and she has a lot of people from other countries who want to invest and buy and everything else. They want to see this stuff. They can't get in their car and go see it, right? They want to see it, and if they want to invest in that, they're going to call Romina, right? Because she's the expert. She knows about this stuff. She's physically there, right? They assume that she can get back there in no time to make an offer on this place for her, or send her another video, or answer any questions they have about any of these houses, or, ooh, can I get one kind of like that, but with the master downstairs? You know, they're going to ask all of these things, and they're going to ask Romina because she's the only person they know that knows about this stuff, right? So, or they don't even know her. They're just following her on Instagram because it's cool. Because they're very interested. The same kind of things that, you know, if you have a favorite kind of dog, you're going to follow that kind of dog on Instagram, and, you know, whoever has those dogs or whatever you're interested in, right? So if you guys have any interest in this stuff, if you don't have any interest in real estate, then find something else that excites you about the deal making or about something, and focus on that. For example, George, I don't want to put words in his mouth, probably doesn't care that much about the color of the carpet and how the ceiling fans, all that stuff. He cares about the numbers. He cares about what does it cost, what will it rent for. He cares about the numbers. He's in the deal making. He's probably not going out and looking at model homes just for fun, right? But you guys, maybe he does, I don't know. But you guys, that's not his business model though. You guys who love that stuff, do that stuff. I mean, how easy is that? Those of you who don't love it, do it for the money. Go out and do this stuff knowing that eventually somebody's going to pay you 10 grand to go buy one of these houses for them, right? I mean, if you love it and you get money for it, it's like not even working, which is why you guys got into real estate to start with. Don't lie. You got in because you didn't want to work for somebody else. You didn't want somebody telling you what to do. You didn't want to do something you didn't love just for money, right? You got in this because you liked it. You thought it would be fun. You thought you could make your own schedule. You did it for all the reasons that you did it for. We all have our different reasons. But guys, do the things that you love and make money. Or if you just want to make the deal and do all that stuff, this is a necessary evil, is to get out there and market yourself. However you market yourself, whether you market yourself like George as an expert because of the numbers and this stuff, or you market yourself like Romina, who's going to take you on a video tour and get you excited emotionally, which is how you sell. However you're going to do it, you need to do it. And there's got to be, we already know a why George from this. We know a why Romina from this. We know why Lisa. Victoria, love your marketing, and people have a why Victoria too. So that's great. You guys get out there. Angie, we know about what Angie does. Angie's an expert also, and also a best friend. She does a good job of walking that line. But Angie, you find out about her expertise later, or she'll hit you with the expert thing up front and then become friendly with you, right? And that's kind of the idea. Okay. Any questions on any of that stuff, or any other ideas that you guys have?
Hey, Ryan. Yeah, sorry, I have my video off. Oh, somebody else is talking. I can try to put my video on, and I'm sorry if it's loud over here. So one good idea, like I did just this week, I got an email from Pulte Orlando, which a lot of you might have gotten because they probably got my email from the MLS. And they're offering 3% commission plus $10,000 bonus. So if anybody's looking for a new homes to tour, I would definitely start with anybody who's emailing you these bonus commissions. Reply to the email. If you have it in your email box, ask them where their model homes are located, and then use those to go and take video tours of, because you already know you're going to get bonus extras, money on those ones, and not have to deal with the other sales companies, the other builders that are not paying very much still in commission. And then like my most views on my YouTube channel, my most organic views came from an Apopka new construction tour that I did. And it's got tons of organic views. So those really do work of getting into new construction homes and doing video walkthroughs of yourself or without yourself in it if you're not ready for that yet. But I would definitely start with these emails that we're getting all the time about extra bonus commissions. If anybody needs any help with that, ask me and I'll help you forward you these emails that I get too if you don't have them.
Awesome. And it's not just the bonus, it's what kind of people offer bonuses? People who want you there. Right? Mm-hmm. People who want you, they're looking for realtors to help them sell. That's why they're offering bonuses. Why did everybody treat you like garbage the last couple of years? Because they didn't need you. Now they want you. And now they'll let you, if you ask them to video their models or whatever, they'll absolutely let you. And you don't need the permission to drive around the neighborhood and take videos of the lots and the homes under construction and the finished ones, but you do for, you're going to want permission if you're going to walk around and video the model, and they'd love to have you. And they're going to sit down and talk to you if they're not busy. They're going to, which why I say to go on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They will sit down and talk to you and tell you what's available and what their incentives are, and what do you get for using their lender versus your own, and how many lots or how many of those lots are premium, and are they giving a free swimming pool this month? Are they giving bonuses? Whatever they're doing, you're going to find out all that stuff. All right. Because they care about you and they want you. They haven't for a while, but they do now. So yeah. I wanted to ask both Angie and Romina, what are you doing in the titling of your videos to get the best exposure and the most views, etc.? Either of you.
You mean in YouTube?
Yes, in YouTube. Yes, in YouTube.
I try to think if I'm somebody who's gonna sit in front of YouTube, and what would be the first thing that will come out to your head when you're about to search for something that you're interested. So that's the way I do it. So for example, Orlando, houses for sale in Orlando, where to live in Orlando, that type of things. So that's what people normally think. The first thing that comes to their head, that's what, and then you search and see, you know, what is, if what it comes out if you put that title. And sometimes it works. So, but if you put, like, for example, I don't know, something that nobody ever think,
right?
A beautiful yellow house in whatever, that nobody will see that video.
Right.
So you gotta try, and also hashtag. In YouTube, you can hashtag Orlando. You put up to 3 hashtags on the title, under the title, and that helps also to expose your video.
So you don't think a lot of people look for yellow? They don't Google yellow houses? I don't care what the house is. I just want it to be yellow.
Well,
all right.
That's the thing. So yeah, so Lake Nona, I did a video of where to live in Orlando. Obviously, all my marketing, everything is in Spanish. I don't do any videos in English or none of that. But in YouTube, I had a video that's in Spanish and says where to live in Orlando. So donde vivir en Orlando, and it came out to have over 20,000 views. So because that's the thing, people wanted to move from overseas, or people wanted to move from other states to Florida, and they're looking to have the best place to live in Orlando. Why? And well, that's how it look. And
fantastic. Now, what are you on Instagram? Are you tagging it? What are you writing typically as a description?
Hashtags, number 1, but on the titles, it's based on, it's something catchy to get people to see the video. For example, we'll have one that it has a question mark, a video, and people are thinking, okay, what's exactly that she wants? Yeah, that kind of things. Inspections, or what to expect with something. So I don't finish the whole word. It's just a little bit of what the video will be, kind of like that. That's what I do. So I don't know, that looking into
all that's really great. Also, like, one of my videos on YouTube, I just try to put as many words as I can in there. So one is Tampa, Florida, new construction home by KB Homes, Williams Point and Seffner, starting in the 350s. So it's a long title, has a lot of different words in it. So if somebody's searching KB Homes, they'll pull it up. If somebody's searching new construction Tampa, or this exact subdivision, and then the price too of starting in the 350s. And then I have a pretty long description there with a bunch of other terms in it. That video got me 368 views just organically. I didn't pay for an ad. I have paid for ads on YouTube, but this one's just organic views, and 2 closed buyer transactions from that video, where they actually contacted me only through YouTube through this video. And then on Instagram, for example, like Romina was talking about tracking her views and who watches more of her stuff. So you could change, if you have just a personal Instagram account, you could change it to a creator account, and then you could see a lot more data about your account, like the number of views for your reels, and things like that. So if you don't already have a creator account on Instagram, you could change your current account, or you could set up a new one. But then you'll get to see the professional dashboard of what it's looking like, and it still gets sent out to a lot of people like a personal account. It's different than Facebook, where the business accounts aren't getting pushed out to really anybody unless you pay Facebook. The Instagram accounts are a little bit better as far as that goes. And you could see a lot of tools of the days of the week that people are opening your stuff, and really get good data for your posts and for your future things that you want to post on there.
Yeah.
If you need help changing your account to a creator account, let me know. I did it not too long ago, and it was pretty simple, but I can check the steps if anybody needs
There
them.
is, you know, that you have 2 ways of having business accounts on Instagram. I think one is creator, the other one is business. I don't know, I'm not sure. There's 3 ways, but one of them you should pick creator, because you can use the music. If you pick the other one, it's gonna block the music. It is a little bit harder to post and do things. So the creator one is the right one.
Okay, great. And I see that yours are you have a proof on, kind of a proof on your logo on there.
Yes.
You're able to do that in creator mode.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have on your videos, you have your logo. Yes. Yeah. How do you get that on there?
No. Okay, yeah, I got it. I do my video first, then I bring my video to InShot, And
Okay.
then I put my logo into my whole video. Then I take the video out, and then I take it to CapCut to put all the caption.
Okay.
And then after I'm done with the caption, then I'll bring it to Instagram. It's a whole process, but it's worth it.
Right.
It's
Okay.
nice to have the caption. I just started to do the caption because somebody said, you know, that sometimes people are looking the reels that they don't like to listen. Maybe they're somewhere where they cannot even listen into the reels. So if you put the caption, people can read what you're saying, and sometimes it make it better. I don't know.
Yep.
So I do it that way.
Awesome.
Ryan?
Also, there's Instagram stickers. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, George. I paid for stickers. So when I go to edit my post, you go to stickers, anybody can see my stickers. You just type in my name, Angie Allstott, in the sticker search field, and you'll see my stickers that I purchased, and they have my phone number and my headshot on them. Some of them say open house, some of them say call me, one says just listed, and they're like interactive stickers. So you could buy those too from Instagram to put onto your post. I think the captions, Romina was saying, it should use a different app for it, but the stickers was a separate company. I don't know, Google Instagram stickers. I think I saw an Instagram ad that prompted me to buy Instagram stickers. And a lot of realtors use them, and then they're always there to put onto your post.
Angie, the stickers are with your name or they're personalized? Oh,
yep, they're personalized with my name and my phone number. Like here, I'll put one on here. Like you can't, I don't know, let me see. It says just listed and my phone number, and it's interactive. So I put that on this video.
Can you share that? How can I get stickers? I didn't know that. That's a good thing to know.
Yeah, they're Instagram stickers. I don't remember who I bought them from. Yeah, I'll see if I can find a link for you guys.
Okay.
Sorry, whoever I interrupted before, Brian, I'm sorry. I think maybe it was
George.
trying to talk.
Yeah, moving back to the point of I'm not the best person to pick colors for you. Because I end up with new buyers because I work with investors a lot. I have a couple of ways to address that issue. Is one, if you don't like the color, for $400, we can get it. We can change it to any color you want. If you don't, you want help choosing the color. I know Amber Clore. She's the president of the Interior Designers of Florida, and she has a program on Channel 35 that they bring in, like for color of the year, et cetera. So you need a list of professionals that can fill in any of the blanks that, well, one, you can't do law, so you need a lawyer if you're going to recommend anything to them, which is for language, you recommend a lawyer or lawyers. So you need those professionals in your quiver, especially for the areas that you're not good at. Is you find somebody that can help them, and you may have to help them pay for it if that's the deal. If it makes sense to get the deal, that's a way. So I would just say work with Amber or a couple other people I know, and I can architecturally design a kitchen. I've done that, but I also know people that do kitchens and baths. So those are key rooms and houses that people like to get changed. So have professionals in your quiver that you can recommend to people. And they're like, this guy doesn't know the colors, but who does know colors.
Right. And that is more to the point of why to use George. Why George? George can help you. George has a team of people who can help you. And that's what you guys all need. We talk about that from time to time about how you should have lawyers, lenders, accountants, everybody. It's nice to have accountants who are good in FIRPTA. So when you have a FIRPTA client, you want them to be able to file the 8828 to get their money back before they file, which is an affidavit. For those of you not familiar, they don't have to wait till they file their taxes to get their 15% back. They can get it more quickly with an affidavit. Any other questions or comments? You guys, Angie put where to get your Instagram stickers personalized. Any other questions or comments? Tammy, do you have anything to add? Victoria, you're about to talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. I've noticed with the posting, there is an option on Facebook and Instagram to do like optimal times to post. And the ones that I picked optimal time got a lot of exposure. So there's a difference with posting right away versus like a better time.
Okay. And that's based on the people like probably 1:30 in the afternoon are not really on social media so much as opposed to 7 p.m. or whenever the highest time is. Posting around lunch is probably fine. Like right now, it's probably fine because a lot of people go on their phones at lunch. But probably best, as you said, optimal times are probably around 7:30 at night, something like that. I don't know for sure. Probably depends on Facebook's probably earlier because all those old people are on it than Instagram, which would be a little bit later probably. Thank you for that, Victoria. And you're boosting your posts, Victoria, on Facebook?
No, I don't pay for
You don't pay for it. Okay, so you're just doing it optimal time. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else? Tammy, you were going to say something.
No, I wasn't, but I do have a question. If I'm going to be paid by Lennar, who do I make aware that, because they won't pay you directly, who do I make aware that a payment's coming through? And who do you deal with? Is it Kayla on Paperless Pipeline? If you have questions or something's going on,
Awesome questions. Let's clear that up. I'm the person to talk to if you have questions about your contract or whatever. If I need Carissa's help, we'll get that done. We have, you guys know who to talk to about legal stuff. If you have stuff about the stuff that you're submitting, your paperless pipeline, the queen of paperless pipeline is Michaela. Jari just wrote her name in there. She is the queen of paperless pipeline. If you have any questions, let her know. If you have a payment coming in, let her know. She is sales at FLA, or same thing you guys had for Kayla. She is sales at she was on here last week. She's a realtor now with us. Michaela has taken over. She's wonderful. And she'll help you with that. Jari is our marketing coordinator and also helps with other stuff you guys want, email blocks, whatever you guys, signature blocks, all that kind of stuff. She'll help with that. Any of your marketing type questions, stuff like that. She's great with that stuff. She's wonderful as well. And so that's pretty much it. So and she kind of, Jari kind of handles my overflow. If you guys ask me for stuff like, to send you this or that, or a logo or this or that, she's typically going to be the one that's going to help you. So does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. If you need to know, okay, just so you know, you don't really need to know that a check, let us know a check's coming in. We get checks every day. But if you want to be special lookout for that, that's great. Or if you're worried that it might not come on time, or they told you they're not sure if they sent it, and you really want somebody to keep an eye out for it, just let her know. She handles all the commissions and stuff. I appreciate you guys texting me and asking me about your commission, where the check is or whatever, but let her know. I don't have any idea. I don't handle the commissions. So let her know. Jari just put it in there, sales at FLA Realty Investments, and her extension. That's for Michaela's extension. Any other questions? I hope that I'm glad you asked that question. Any other questions or comments? Nothing?
Oh, and mine is related to taxes. I was just wondering what everybody's using to organize with your expenses and your tracking of mileage. I just feel like there's just so many options out there, but I haven't settled on one.
You guys pay taxes, I imagine, some of you. Most of you, I hope. Anybody? What are you guys using?
I use Excel spreadsheets. I'm not sure how to do that. It's taken me a couple of weeks to do both my corporations. So I'm literally blocking out this whole week to get my taxes in. So I use expense sheets, and then my accountant gave me spreadsheets that they want me to use. If you're starting out from scratch, I would probably spend $1 and get the online system from QuickBooks.
Okay.
For mileage, I just used, I get a vehicle log from Staples, and I just keep it in my glove box in my vehicles. and segregate my personal versus vehicle or professional use. So, and then that's just go through it, figure out what the tax rates are. I think last year they changed the tax because the gas price jumped up. So it's not an annual tax. But I have a spreadsheet that deals with that. And I also write off my office space based on everything that goes into the house. And then the accountant fixes it out. But, you know, the other thing is make sure if you're working with an accountant and if you're a professional, you should be, that you have a system that they can handle.
Yeah, I was going to say that, George. I think George hit the nail on the head there. Regardless of what you use, I would ask that question to your accountant to say, what do you want to see? That way you don't have some kind of chicken scratch. It might be a great system, but to them they want to reformat it and do all this stuff. I would see what your accountant wants to see and do it that way. If you're filing your own taxes, which is fine, then I think Excel spreadsheets would be the way to go. But you probably should be using an accountant for liability sake and everything else.
Did your accountants help you set up the LLCs in your business as well? Okay.
They can. You can do it yourself, but they can. Yes.
Yeah.
I would definitely talk to them before.
Yeah. Get an accountant that whoever sets up your LLCs, make sure that they set them up correctly for the businesses you're in. And
does anybody mind sharing their accountant's information in the chat? At least their name. Does anybody mind? Anybody have anybody accountant that you like?
I use Green and
Mine's downsizing.
Okay, George. Does anybody mind if you've got an accountant that you like? Would you mind sharing their name and the thing? Because it is important to get somebody who knows real estate or knows independent contracting very well, particularly real estate. I think, and I think there are some who kind of specialize in that. And that's the kind of thing that you can't ask on a Facebook forum or something like that, where, where I actually, those answers I would kind of trust, as opposed to the stuff that most people ask on Facebook forums for realtors. All right. Any other questions or comments? How's everybody's terrible listings going? Your trouble listings. Everybody doing well now? Wonderful. All right. Okay, guys. Well, we will wait. She's strategic partner with Women's Council. Okay. You're getting some in there. Some of the accountants and stuff, if you guys want to take a look at that. Yeah, Victoria, I'd say you definitely need to get hooked up with an accountant that knows about real estate. It's important. It's a little bit different than everything else. They know all the little nooks and crannies and ways to save you money. It's well worth the money to have an accountant that knows what they're doing, and to keep you out of trouble. So you don't take too much, and you also take advantage of everything you can without taking too much and getting in trouble. All right. And they, just like anything else, they assume the liability of this. That's why they sign on to your return as well, that they've reviewed it and they're behind it. They stand behind it. Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions or comments? Otherwise, I will see you next week. Great meeting. Enjoyed all of your input. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.